Absolutely pumped about this matchup and this opponent. Win, lose, or draw, today we dance. Is this going? Okay. Yeah.
Hello everyone, this is going to be the fourth and final match of the first UTR session of the 2023 season. So far I am 1-2, so aiming to get to 500 here on the season. And I was really excited about playing this opponent, mainly because we had played one set before and it was super competitive. So I was expecting more of that in this match. Starting off the bat, I was serving, felt pretty good about my first couple points. Then he got me to 30-30 and just missed a routine forehand. Had a little too much time to think about it, going down an early break, but as a viewer remarked last week, it's really not about thinking about breaks and holds at our level. It's really just playing each point in a vacuum, each game in a vacuum. It doesn't really matter. It's a lot like playing on clay. A lot of breaks going back and forth, so don't get discouraged if you go down a break, and that's been my mentality recently. And especially when I go down a break early, I'm like, oh, I have the entire match to correct course and catch momentum. Cross-court approach there, always a bad decision. I'm learning. I'm getting lobbed really frequently when I try that, but I think the guidance that I was giving earlier in my tennis career was that if you hit a good shot to the corner, you should be trying to approach on that, but that's not 100% true all the time. So definitely working on that shot selection and like approach selection. And one of the things that was working for me pretty early on was my backhand slice. Anytime I did that, it was coming in short, and he would have to come for it. So playing that forward-backward game, when he had to run to get to my slice, he wasn't able to. I ended up winning those points. Held that 2-3, still very much in his first set, and that is the lowest of lowlights. That's the pinnacle of unathleticism. Don't ask me why I didn't move, why I didn't think, like, oh yeah. But his serve, he had a slice serve.
Sorry, Ben.
Victor, what a nice guy. He had a slice serve, and it had a lot of action on it. So a lot of times I would see it coming and think like, okay, and I just wouldn't read the spin. And reading the spin is one of my chief problems right now. I included a lot of lowlights in this video. So if you came for some highlights, there aren't many. That was all right. That was a bad underarm serve, and I got away with it. So right here, yeah, I actually got back on serve, and the second that I had a chance, again, bad forehand. He took the first set 6-4. I was determined to do better in the second set, but unfortunately, my forehand was just absolutely broken. I mean, more broken than normal. I know it's a bad forehand grip. I know you can't play with a Hawaiian and expect good results. But sometimes I'm feeling on, sometimes I'm feeling good. Ooh, nice winner. That was a really long first game, and I ended up holding. And I've got a little bit of momentum here in his first service game. Bad forehand, but that's really tough for him to deal with. Such a junk ball. Really happy with that backhand slice again. Like I mentioned earlier, it was working for me. His serve, like I said, it was a slice. It was pretty hard. It wasn't the fastest serve. It sprung up off the ground, making it a little difficult to return. And I fell in love with the forehand slice because when he was giving me low balls, I was like, oh, I can do this. Forehand slice, and it's just a bad shot. Maybe I take a little too much after seeing Caleb do it all the time, but he does it way more proficiently than I do, so that's a problem. My first serve was another thing that wasn't working for me in this match. I had to do a lot of second serves, a whole lot more than I normally do, and that was an example of when I feel my forehand is pretty good because I got a ton of spin on it, and if I can get it deep back in the corner, it's gonna spring up on him. It's gonna be really hard to return.
Oh man, I want to smash this racket.
Is the worst shot in tennis. I used to do it all the time, and it worked every time, and I missed like 4 of them this match. If I could do a montage of me missing pooper scoopers. But needless to say, that's a horrible shot. I can't hit a tweener, I just do it. This was one of our better points of the match. Really liked my backhand to his backhand. just feel good about it. Just feel good about my backhand. I always feel confident. He brings me in, not able to finish it. But I still have a break lead, and that was what I wanted to do every time when I would forehand slice. Unfortunately, the execution didn't work out in my favor all the time, but that was a point where it did work out. Here we go, on to another 10-point tiebreak, just like last match. Took that second set 6-2, so I'm actually up in the game count, even though we're tied right now. And I'm determined to not let previous experience in 10-point tiebreaks affect me. There I am, swatting that away like AD. 5-7, not not the worst position in the world. Whoa. Easily my worst first serve of the day. I had to include that for you guys just because of how comically bad that was. And there were plenty of those today. Another bad forehand. Wasn't tapping to distract him. I was just tapping because I don't know why. I've never done that before. That was a mistake. I won't do it again. Sorry, Victor. Held that point. 8-9. Here we go. I think I shaved off. I saved two match points. But in the end, I fall once again. 4-6, 6-2, 8-10. That's all for this week and this session. Might be a while before I'm posting videos because I'm going to be moving. So if you're in the Chesapeake area, you just know that Trashman Tennis is coming that way. And remember, at Trashman Tennis, it's all about the tennis trash we bin. All right, see you next time.